This video will show you how to get the most out of your Skeasy.
Skeasy is a foldable. Skeasy is now Vivo is here to make the video better and more interesting. And good support, Vivo. Good support, Vivo. Yeah, Skeasy is a foldable seat that mounts onto cross-country skis. And I will now go through briefly what it is, which I think I just did, and then how to prepare it for use, how to mount it on the skis, and then some user tips. First, to show you how it mounts on skis, I will remove the one I had mounted by opening up the lower hinges, pressing in the upper hinges, hold it together, lock again, and then loosen the front, and then just open the bindings of the skis. Skeasy is sold on the internet. You receive it in a box like this. Instructions are at the back, and basically it says what I'm also saying in this video, I think. When you go out skiing, you bring Skeasy in your backpack. When you receive Skeasy, you find that it's, the bag is more narrow at the bottom and wider up here, so Skeasy is best to put in this way with the narrow end down. So the first thing you have to do to prepare the Skeasy is to make sure it fits to the width of the ski tips. If you don't do anything, your skis will go too far in and it will touch the ground when you go skiing. So that is solved by some inserts that you will find in the lid of the bag. Open the zipper and you will see 3 different sizes of inserts or clips. I will now mount the medium size. I think if you're uncertain, that's a good idea. Just mount the medium size, and if the tip is too high, you adjust it by changing the size, or too low, same ways, like this. Yeah, so how to mount these. There is a knurly end and a more smooth end. This is up, ski tip up. So you start from the underneath, insert the knurly end first, and then there is a square recess indent here that the square part of the clip goes into, and then you just push it into place. Same into the slot, push it into place. And yeah, there is only one correct way of doing it. That's it. Now this is ready to use, and then we'll show you how to mount it onto the skis. You start off by flipping up the seat supports like that, and then the ski binding goes into the shoe, which is this represents the shoe. You open the ski binding, just place it in like you would do with your shoe, and close the binding. Same here. Close the binding, and then insert the ski tips into the slots, like that. And then tighten up the rope. You see the tightening will then lift the ski tips a little, which is good. Hint here, if you have the shortest skis, 90 centimeter, sometimes there is not enough margin to tighten. Then there is a little trick which I will mention here, which is to pull this rope out some centimeters and make a new knot to shorten it a little. You can leave it like that, so you have some margin if you want to use it for longer skis later, like 140 centimeters, or you can cut it. And then it pulls nicely up like that. Mount it into the ski tips and then tighten it. Another trick is to avoid this slackening in use. For example, when you step on here, then you can make a knot onto the rope tightener here. Then it will not slacken during use and it will stay more open. If this is too low, you can just tighten it a bit more. And I think the shorter skis are stiffer, so maybe you can mount them higher up on the ski tip. If the longer, softer skis, perhaps further down on the ski tip. Okay, so then when the ski tips are inserted, you open the lower hinges, upper hinges, lock again, and it's ready. Now we have prepared it for use by mounting the clips. We have mounted onto the skis, and now we get onto the user tips. Well, I didn't quite mention how to attach it to yourself. There is a belt that you can attach it like this, just like a normal belt, or even better, onto the backpack. Especially if you have a hip belt on the backpack, then I find it very useful to just attach it to the shoulder straps, lower part of the shoulder straps on both sides. So it's like this. Belt there, you can pull away. Many people ask what you do downhill with this Skeasy. And basically you do the same as with your kids. If you have your kids downhill, you hold them in front of you, and there you do the same. You hold it in front of you. Or you can go on the side like this to control the speed, and if it's really steep and long, the kid can also assist braking with his feet on the ground. I have a list of tips there. Yeah, there is a belt. In case you have really small kids that fall asleep, it's good to mount a belt to make sure they stay in the seat and don't fall off without you knowing. This is just to snap on like normal buttons around the poles of the seat back here. Yeah. So this is the belt that goes around the kit. You know, the philosophy with Skeasy is to solve a problem by utilizing what most people already have, like a backpack and skis, solving the problem by adding as little as possible. So that also means most people have stuff to keep warm. And if it's really cold, you can bring stuff like this to sit on, or you can add a blanket around the legs and the body of the kid. If you have just a normal something to sit on, can also be used. So these days it's really cold, and that would be nice to bring something like this. If you're having a break, you can bring out your hot chocolate and your mop bucket. Enjoy it at a pleasant place. Remember, this increases your reach. You can go to the places you plan without having to worry about the kid getting fed up and want to turn back to the car, and you end up eating your food in the car after a trip of 20 minutes. And with this, it's easier. more pleasant for the whole family. Skeasy can be bought on the internet in Norway, Sweden, Finland and Denmark. It is developed in Norway and now being patented around the world. Sales are going really well this year, so that's really a pleasure to be part of. And we are really happy to contribute to families with children being able to enjoy nature even more. You don't see it here, but at the bottom of the page there is a link to Facebook and Instagram where you can find more inspiration and see nice pictures and also share stuff about Skeasy if you want. Vivo? Sure. Yeah. High five. We finished. Yeah.